Yo, what's going on guys? Zen here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to set up the best overnight macro, coffee macro. So let's get straight into it because we're going to start from the beginning and get all the way to the end. I'm going to have timestamps all in the description so you can go exactly where you need to go, just in case if you already know some of this information. Alrighty, so to start, all we need to do is we need to find coffee inside of the Fistborn Discord server. They're going to either be in announcements or on the right, you'll be able to see them in lead developers. Click on their username and then click on their Discord. It's going to bring you into Starbucks Discord. Starbucks Discord is Coffee's personal Discord, and once you're here, you're just going to want to go all the way down to purchase here, and then you're going to click on the one you want to buy, which is Fistborn. It's going to take you here, and then you're able to buy. Once you buy it here, you're going to take a screenshot of the purchase, and you're going to make a ticket. To make a ticket, scroll up and click the create a ticket button here. After you sent them that information, they're going to send you over to request whitelist. Once we're in here, you're going to want to go to this link right here and download this software. You're going to push download, and then you're going to download 1.1. After downloading it, you're going to run it. After you have downloaded from this link, you're now going to scroll down to the bottom and push the downloads down here and go to Fistborn download. Once you get here, you're just going to want to click on the GitHub link. After you get to this page, go over to releases and click on it. Now all you're going to want to do is download fistbornpaid.zip. Now after you do that, you're going to go back to Discord, go into your user settings, and make sure that developer mode is turned on. Developer mode is going to be in the advanced section. Make sure that's turned on, and then that's it. Now just go to your profile and click copy user ID. Now that we've done that, go ahead and extract Fistborn paid. Now you're going to want to click on request whitelist. When you get into the whitelist, you're going to paste in your Discord ID. After you do that, just hit enter at the person inside of your ticket. Then after you ping them, they will go and check if it's done. If it's done, then you're good to go. Now let's get into how to set up all the different training exercises and how to actually use a macro. So for the best training, you're going to want to make sure you're in a gang base that has shadowboxing unlocked. So to get started with the macro, the first thing we're going to want to do is go into our settings. In settings, you're going to want to go to Misc and turn off dynamic camera. This is so that your screen isn't moving around while your character is moving. Now we can finally get started. So all you're going to want to do is open main. After you open main, it's going to resize your screen. You're able to move this screen wherever you want it at, but just make sure it keeps the exact same size that it resized it of. When you first open the macro, this is going to pop up. I know it looks like there's a lot of different things happening here, but don't worry, I'm going to explain all of them to you right now. So the first place you're going to want to start on is Roblox, and you're going to want to go to select macro. You're going to want to click on a macro you want to do, okay? So the one we're going to start with is weights. Weights means curl-ups, pull-ups, anything like that. And under that is log options. If the macro somehow stops due to you not having food or it not being able to reach the bed, then it's going to do one of these four actions. Either leave the game, close Roblox, close the macro, or shut down altogether. If you're running a fat and muscle build, make it leave the game if the macro messes up, because we don't want it to stop and then you're just standing there starving because you're not eating your food. But if you're not worried about fat and muscle, then just go ahead and have it on close macro. After you've done that, you're going to want to keep all these detections on. These detections are very important. It basically detects when you're low stamina, low hunger, when there's a combat tag, or combat evasion. So just keep all of these on because this is just information. Now for the fatigue option, this is when it's going to stop training. You can have it on one of these three options. 60%, which will get to 60% fatigue and then go to sleep. 40% will go to sleep at 40%, and limb break will go to sleep when one of your limbs break. And then this is for if you're doing treadmills, you can pick which option you want to use. Don't worry about it right now though, because it's not really important. We're doing weights. Now when you get in here, sleep time is going to be naturally on 25. If you don't have the Game Pass or Sleepyhead, make sure it's on 25. If you have the Game Pass, drop it to 20. And I'm pretty sure if you have Sleepyhead, you can drop it to 15. Alrighty, food slots. This is very important. Basically, these are which slots the macro is going to try to use to eat food. So you're going to want to put food in any of the slots that you have here. You can set them up anywhere you want. There can only be 3 food slots or 6, 8. It doesn't really matter. Just put as many as you want, and then it'll eat that food whenever you're low. Misc. Alrighty, so if you're training inside of a gang base, you're going to want to have gang base bed turned on. What that will do is basically once you get to 60 fatigue, it will get off of whatever you're doing and it will walk all the way over to the bed, sleep, wake up, then walk all the way back, work out, and do it over and over and over and over again. So make sure that gang-based bed is turned on. No food equals sleep. So if you're out of food, it will go put you to sleep, and that's basically it. Max money is for the money farm. I'll show you guys that in a minute too. This is just me going over all the different things, and then I'll go over how to do it on each and every single one. Alrighty, now you're gonna walk up to any exercise that you want to do. I'm gonna go through each and every single exercise, but for now we're starting with pull-ups. So to start the pull-up macro, all you're gonna want to do is put your camera up and make sure that this is just a horizontal line or extremely close to one. But basically you're going to want to make sure it's a horizontal line, and then you're going to want to get pretty close. Like I would say about right here, maybe a little farther back is fine. And then after that, you're going to push the done button down here, and then you're going to start the macro, which is F1. So F1. And as you can see, now it's just doing the workout for me. When one of my limbs breaks, it will take me off of this and it will walk me all the way over to the bed. Alrighty, let's say you want to do treadmill. You're going to get on top of the treadmill, make it a horizontal line. Line up in basically the middle of the treadmill, maybe a little bit more back. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure that line is horizontal. You're going to select macro and you're going to go treadmills. You're going to pick which treadmill option you want right here. So as you can see, we're going to do stamina. And then you're just going to push done. And then we're going to start by doing F1. As you can see, there we go. It's instantly doing the treadmills. For the next one, we have curl-ups. Basically, all you're going to want to do is put your camera straight down. Make sure that the line right here is horizontal. Then line your character up basically in the middle of this box. Then get decently close. And then you're going to want to go ahead, go into the macro, put on weights, put on done, and then start. As you can see, now it's doing strength training. Now it's a little bit different for pattern training. So for pattern training, you need to make sure inside of the macro, check stats is disabled, because that will mess up the pattern training. You're going to want to get as close as you can to the bag while being as close as you can to a pattern training. For example, one right here, there's one right here. So we're going to get right here, and we're going to get as close as we can to the bag because the bag sways back, and we want to make sure we're hitting everything. And then, as you can see, now we're able to purchase it. We're going to buy one of them, go into our inventory, and we're going to put this pattern training in the first slot. Now that it is in the first slot, you're going to want to go into the macro. Select pattern training. After that, make sure stat check is turned off. Done. And then start. Once you go ahead and start it, right now it's eating for me. Now it popped the pattern training and bought another one. And then it's going to go ahead and do the pattern training as quickly as it possibly can. Now that's how you set up all the different exercises inside of the training base. Now for the basic trainings, aka push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, you name it, you're going to want to go ahead and put it inside of the slot 1. Get on top of a bed and then start the macro. It will work out that slot over and over and over again, and then sleep, and then work out, and then sleep. It will do that over and over again. Another thing too is if you're using sit-ups, sit-ups has been glitched for a minute. They kind of move your character slightly unless you're Ryan hold. So do not use sit-ups and try to overnight them unless you're Ryan hold. But if you did still want to try to do it, you would want to do the sit-ups in the middle of 2 beds so that you get lodged in between these 2 and it just puts you to sleep. Alrighty now, so to train the job board, all you're going to want to do is to select the job board. After you select job board, make sure max money equals log is turned on if you want your account to log off when you have max money, which I don't see the point to not have this on, because then you're just going to be stuck with 100k and farming, and then if someone just pulls up and kills you, you can lose possibly 30k just off of that one death. After you do that, push done. And to set this up, all you're going to want to do is go to the left of the job board, look straight down, get as close to the wall as you can, and then shimmy to the right until you're able to get a job. Once you're able to get a job, you're going to want to line up this bottom tile here. You're going to want to line it up to your stamina bar horizontally if you can. And then you're just going to want to start it up. Now, it's going to only do the dust job. But as you can see, it'll walk, it'll do this job, and it'll grab everything. The reason why it can't do multiple different jobs, like the cat job and the restocking rampage job, is because there's people with different type of speeds. So walking speed is always the same. So that's why dedustification is the only job we can do, because it's not far away and we can fully walk in this entire section and grab the job over and over. So it will walk in this corner and then it'll come back, grab a job, and then it'll keep doing the dedustification. If it doesn't get dedustification, it will cancel the job and then keep retrying. After you cancel the job, it only stays like canceled for 10 seconds anyways. So the cooldown's only 10 seconds on canceled jobs, so you're able to just go straight back in and do the job again. I'm at employee level 3, and I'm pretty sure in about an hour or two, it made me 70k, which isn't that bad since you really don't have to do anything, and it's gonna do everything for you. Now finally, let's get into how to set up webhook URLs so that you can fully get pings and know if your macro is still running or not. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make a Discord server. It doesn't matter if the server is public, private, or how it works, and you're going to wanna create one text channel. After you do that, go into the settings of your Discord server and go into apps, then push integrations. Once in here, click on webhooks, and then create a new one. After you create a new webhook, you're going to want to put it in the channel that you want it to log everything at. And then you're going to want to copy the webhook URL. You're going to want to go into the Discord category and paste in that same URL you just copied. Once you paste it in, you're going to want to paste in your user ID, which I just showed you guys how to do that. And then after, to check if it's working, just push the ping button and it's going to send you a notification. As you can see, it just notified me. Now you can go into the webhook settings and have it send an image every 10, 30, or even hour. Then you can put stat check on and it will show you your stats every 30 minutes. This is what it looks like. It's going to log the time, how long it's been elapsed for, and then it's going to send you in your stats. Not only that, but it's also going to show you if anything happens. For example, right here, I was auto farming and somebody raided our base. As you can see, it closed the macro, and this is the picture it sent me. Since it pings you on Discord, you always know if you just have your phone around, you'll know if your macro is running or not. So you don't have to sit here and pay attention to it at all, and it will fully overnight everything. As you can see, it was elapsed for 4 hours, just going from strength training to the bed.